Welcome back to the program, everybody. I'm Linda Jackson, and the topic this time around is Blue Jacket Inc., a really unique, very special, and hardworking group of people trying to help others in our community. My guests again are Tony Hudson and Breanna Jackson, and I really do appreciate you guys being here. We've talked about what it is. What is Blue Jacket Inc.? How long has it been around, Tony?
It was incorporated in 2003. Okay. We launched in 2005.
Okay, and you're connected with Reentry Court and the Allen County court system in so many ways. Talk about that.
Well, Blue Jacket had a start because in 2001, 2002, Judge Sherbeck saw a lot of people coming back from prison who were unemployed. 60% at any one time, whether it was a day from release from prison or 2 years after release from prison, 60% were unemployed. So we needed to find a program that was able to provide the services that could provide not only just training but job placement for people who have a myriad of social issues coming back from prison.
It can't be easy in any way.
It isn't.
To have spent time behind bars, work on rehabilitating yourself as much as you can in the system, but then, my gosh, I've got my freedom back. What do I do? And statistics show that many ex-offenders will reoffend. What is it, 2 or 3 out of 5, if they don't find a job. Joblessness is a huge factor as to why somebody might reoffend. Is that correct?
Absolutely. Absolutely, and as a result of that, there was an independent board of directors that got together and said, let's create a nonprofit that can serve the Reentry Court Initiative, serve probation, parole, and maybe even other counties, so that people that are coming back from prison into Catch-22, I want to do what's better for myself, but then I have in their mind a society that says, no, I don't trust you anymore, I don't want to give you a second chance.
That's got to be so difficult, but it's got to be great to find people who are sincere about turning their lives around. They realize I made the mistake, I accept the course of my life, full responsibility, and I want to go on from here.
Right.
That's got to be just really uplifting and enlightening
to
you, especially with you. You work very closely with placing those people on the career paths that they hope to go down, right?
I do.
And how challenging is that?
It is a challenge. The economy being the way that it is makes it a challenge in general to find jobs, and then having a blemish on your record makes it even more difficult. But it's a reward because you get to see when they do land the job, in some cases their very first job. And to be a part of that and to know that we had a hand in it is a great reward.
I can only imagine how cool that feels. And you do have to have employers or potential employers out there who are trusting, because this is a unique situation.
Yes. Yes.
How do you go about convincing people or showing them? I would imagine you probably pull out a few success stories and share those stories with them.
Oh, not just success stories, but an employer has to trust someone walking off the street.
Amen.
And we know people 30, 40, 50 hours of in-service time, I guess, face-to-face time. We know people very, very well. So if they're going to be taking a risk on hiring someone, they'd know our people a lot more than someone walking off the street who just filled out an application and spent a half an hour in an interview with them. So
that's a great point.
Yeah, and we have a lot of success stories when they ask, and we have rates we can show them.
Yeah, the proof
in
the pudding right there.
Yeah.
This has been around 5 years. Things have grown, things have changed. What's your overall goal? I was reading in some of the notes that you gave me in order to prepare for this interview. You do have a three-year goal involved here?
Well, currently we serve only 300 to 350 people a year. Of the 350, about 500 people want to enroll.
Okay.
Now, we turn away a great number as well, and there are 1,200 people coming back from prison just to Allen County every year. Wow. So we want to hit that target of being able to serve 1,200 people in the next 3 years.
How are you going to be able to do that?
Well, we need to increase our resource.
Okay.
We have to get the word out. We have to let employers know we're here. But it's also diversifying the way that we generate income. It's grant writing. It's fundraising. Of course, it's generating income through our staffing entity as well. So that helps us self-fund.
What are some of the ways throughout the years that you've tried to get the word out, not only about Blue Jacket, but also tried to raise some funds? I know there was a bike event of some kind not too long ago. What was that about?
Well, a lot of stars started to align, and Bree sets up people for vocational training at Ivy Tech.
Okay.
So meanwhile, the city of Fort Wayne needed some emergency event bike corrals, and we said, well, we're training people in welding. They'll volunteer their time. So here are 10 people that graduated with AWS certification in welding that said, yeah, we'll volunteer our time to put these bike racks together. It was a bike to the ballpark day for the 10 caps, and it was a great benefit for us to at least show that Blue Jacket was willing to be a producer in the community. And that's what we want to do for our clients, is create opportunities for them to give back. It's not just important for them to earn their seat at the table with an employer, but also their family, with the community, but also their victims and everyone else who says, you know, you have something to prove to us. Show us. Don't tell us that you're wanting to turn over a new leaf.
That's a lot to prove.